My name is Carl Clark. I'm the president of the Electric Car Company in Salt Lake City, Utah. And the reason we're making this video is we've just completed something we've been working towards for years. This odyssey that I've been on started many years ago when I got into the business of converting cars to run on propane and then eventually natural gas, and we even did an engine that ran on hydrogen. But the pressures involved in doing natural gas and hydrogen bothered me. It's the same pressure as the muzzle velocity of a high-powered rifle. I always worried about the liability and the problems that might happen if a car got in an accident. So I got out of that business, and I was in a business for the next 30 years making generators that ran on natural gas. Well, there wasn't any liability to speak of. I could just take the gas right out of the wellhead, and we did this in the oil fields. Then, about 4.5 years ago, my grandson and I went to see a movie called Who Killed the Electric Car? That movie really bothered me. When I saw how General Motors had a perfectly wonderful electric vehicle and they took it off the road, the fact is they had about 2,000 of them. And those cars, some of them brand new, people wanted to buy them from them, and General Motors wouldn't sell it to them. They took them out in the middle of the desert by Tucson, Arizona, and shredded every last one. When I seen that movie, and then I found out that what happened to the company that made the batteries for that, and how it was bought out by a Texaco oil company and eventually went into Chevron oil, and how they don't allow people to have those batteries to use in electric cars, made me even more upset. So I decided I would get back into business and see what we could do about building an electric car. So today we're going to show you the culmination of the efforts that we've had for a long time in working on electric cars. We were approached a while back by a company that wanted us to convert a Ford Ranger. We've done a lot of vehicles, and this company wanted a Ford Ranger, but they didn't want an especially nice Ford Ranger because they're planning on doing some other things to it besides making it into an electric car. So we went out and bought this older Ford Ranger, which is a good candidate for conversion, and we converted it, and I'd like to show you what we were able to do with it. This Ranger has a full complement of lithium iron phosphate batteries in it. Those batteries they look like this. We have 48 of them in the vehicle. These batteries carry a heck of a wallop. They got more energy density than a lead acid battery, although we've done a lot of cars with lead acid batteries. But with lead acid batteries we can only get a range of about 40 miles. With those lithium batteries we can get a range of over 100 miles. So we converted this car. We put all the batteries underneath the bed, and we have some of them, not all of them, we got I think 8 of them here in the front. We kind of have to do this for weight distribution because we've taken the engine out and we have to balance the car up. We have a special socket on this, but these cars that we convert will run on ordinary house current, like 110 volt house current. But this particular customer, he wanted 220 volt that we can get out of a dryer or a range. So in order to charge the car up, all we have to do is plug it in. Okay. And somewhere between 3 and 5 hours it's charged up. So that's the charger's on board in the vehicle, and so when we come home at night, I have a little extension cord out by my house. I just take the extension cord, plug it in. As I get out of the car, I reach down and pick up the extension cord and plug it in, and away we go. So it's a relatively simple matter to to charge these vehicles. Now I'd like to show you what we've got more under the hood here. The throttle on the car is hooked up to this thing which we call a pot box, and this thing it operates as you push down on the throttle. This comes back, and that sends a signal to what we have here is a controller, and this controller takes the battery power and it rations it out and goes into the motor. The motor is down there hooked underneath to the transmission, and that's what the way it operates. It's quite a bit more complicated than that, but we'll train people on how to do these conversions if they want to know. Anyway, that is a simplistic explanation of just exactly how this thing works. Everything in the car stays the same, except you hook this thing up to the throttle instead of the throttle linkage that it has on a gas engine. So we've taken the gas engine with something like over 160 moving parts out of it, and we put in a motor that's got a couple of bearings, and we put this little pot box which has got a bearing on it, and we pretty well eliminated almost all the moving parts of the vehicle. Everything else is pretty much stationary. These battery packs should last more than 10 years. So once you get a conversion, you're doing a lot of things at the same time. First of all, you're eliminating the pollution that an automobile puts out. There's no tailpipe pollution. And if you're like a lot of people, you've got a solar system, and you can even charge these batteries up with your solar system. So people, a lot of times, they'll take the solar panels and they will charge batteries at their home during the daytime, and at night when they drive home, they plug their batteries into the car and they charge the batteries in the car from the batteries that they got on their solar system, and they can do that at night. So this system here is a great demonstration vehicle to what we have. So I'm going to show you now what's inside the car. Well, we got here at the battery charger. This battery charger is larger than normal. Our customer wanted one that would charge real fast, and so this one is one that we probably can charge those batteries in 2 to 3 hours because this charger, but it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a great charger. And we have here what's called a central control module. These batteries all have to be balanced and stay the same so that they all charge and discharge equally. And this is what this system right here, these 3 black boxes and this 1 gray box does, is that there's a data control modules. They're hooked up individually to 16 different batteries, and all that battery power comes in here and it's rationed out through this device here, which we call the CCM. Okay, that information is fed into another thing. That's all I need to do there.